have no any skill, that's all. We have n number of engineering colleges in India. There are engineering colleges, they are ready to admit even a child who got twice failed in plus 2. They have counseling 1, counseling 2, counseling 3. Counseling 3, what kind of students will be admitted? Because they need students. Even then there are engineering colleges every year shut down. In the name of no students. Correct? Even as somebody said yesterday, in the school we are supposed to have skill education. The circular was very clear 2 years before we got the circular stating that principal must arrange to take the children outside even to meet a tailor for a fixed hour. Can you teach tailoring? Can I teach tailoring though I am a principal? I am not a well versed in it. We want to, you know very well about the tailor's fees. Okay, for a piece of blouse, how much they are charging? What is your salary per day? Even my salary. Within a day, how many clothes we can stitch? 1 or 2? Minimum 2. More than 2. Let us take average 2. 2 into 5,000. A timeline must be there. But here, the insistence is don't bother about the time. Don't bother about the time. What should be taken into account? The children must be a master. You know, MA. What is MA? Master of Arts. MSc. I need to prepare and I have to teach. So the very first point over this competency based is not the time, but it is the content. Here there must be a question now. If there is no time, what would? See, for everything, as like a coin, there should be both. In India, is it possible to allow a child or some set of children until they learn? If you leave them, that's all year will get over. One academic year will easily get over. That is what very often I am insisting 90%. Not 100%. 90% if you are successful, as far as I am concerned, it is 100%. Clear? So what is the first point? Don't bother about the time. You are supposed to bother about the content. Okay, second point. Focus on teaching, but more focused on learning. Difference between lesson plan and pedagogy. Lesson plan is for the support of teacher, but pedagogy is for both. So while you are preparing your pedagogical plan, who should be given importance? Learner must be given importance. We know basically there are 3 learners. Scientifically there are so many learners. I am not conducting any B.Ed class. Yesterday I was standing there, I said that word. All the children must be included. This is the thing. Inclusive education. What is it called? Inclusive education. Then, third point. You read it. I am not good in reading. Not mere information, but greater focus on employable skill and aptitude. I think IT teaches. AI teaches. How many branches you have? How many sections you have? AI.
3 domains.
What are the 3 domains? Do you have employability skill? What is called employability skill?
Where we'll teach them the basic.
You explain them. I am not good in it.
So from grade 9 to 12, we are teaching them a subject called employability skill, where we are teaching the students the qualities that they need for the employment, the basic qualities. So
you just split the word. You know the meaning of employability skill. Employability skill. Okay. Still, how many crore and crore of people are expecting their employment in India? Once if you watch TV news, Rahul Gandhi will give the facts. The other end, Modi ji will give a fact. We'll come to know how many crores of children are waiting for their employment, but all highly qualified. By the sake of degrees alone. So first point, at the time, subject content. Second point, not teaching, learning. Third point, not the information but skill and aptitude. The next one, they call it as KSA, knowledge, skill, aptitude. Totally we call them as the name of competency based learning. I think you are getting something. Okay, shall we go to the next slide? Yes. These are all the copied meanings from somebody's PPTs. Okay, let us just read it. What is competency based learning, CBE? Don't confuse with the CBSE. CBE, competency based education, is an approach which allows the students to advance based on the basis of their ability to master a skill. Is it a complicated definition? It's not a complicated definition. It is an approach. It is an approach. Competency based learning is an approach. What it allows? It allows the children to master. Well, the skill is otherwise called as competency. Okay. On whose base? Teacher's base or their own base? You have to be a facilitator. That is why most of the schools they are using facilitator, not the teacher. You have to watch and you have to supply. You have to supply the necessary help or support to the children when they are learning. Then, is there any other point here? Okay, this method is tailored. I told you yesterday. What is called tailor-made? Tailor-made to meet different learning abilities and can lead to more efficient or in students' output. Any doubt? Any point you would like to add with this? The introduction, we just discussed what is the need of competency-based learning. And we have seen some meaning or definition. The next one. Can you, what is it? Competency-based education is a journey to ensure outcomes of learning process where developing inclusive knowledge of content and core skills are primary than the last two words for you, for me. Okay, what should not be the target? Completion of the portion should not be the target. It should be a journey. You know the meaning of journey, right? The journey, what you are supposed to ensure. The students are getting mastery in a particular discipline or in a particular content. So, CBL, that's what I said. Here it is competency based learning. Okay, very often they keep the words, okay, but all are similar. Okay, so competency based learning is a learner centered approach. Very often you are using this word, teacher centered approach and learner centered approach. What is teacher centered approach? It's my lesson plan, it is my period, it is my completion, it is my question paper, it is my completion. But here, who are given importance? Students are given importance. Again, there is a question, is it possible? Is it practically applicable? It is applicable, not with everybody. It is applicable, certainly not with everybody. Okay, I very often used to even argue with our management because of 5 or 6 slow learners in a class, can we ignore 5 or 6 bright students? Everybody is paying money, yes, everybody is paying money, no doubt. If you treat those bright students who are capable of doing anything immediately, along with some children, I'm not finding fault with those children, it is nature. It's quite nature. That is not a parent's mistake, that is not the student's mistake, that is not your mistake, that's what they can do. Once if we concentrate over those children, what will happen to these children? Slowly, both will be equal. Then where you can go for all India rank in IIT, not even school rank. This is the problem most of our Tamil Nadu schools are facing. Okay, though the word inclusive education is there, practically we are supposed to do some approaches. Okay, So what is that? Learner-centered approaches. It mainly focuses on changing global needs of students, teachers and society. What kind of competition is prevailing now? Global competition. Correct? You know the meaning of global, right? What is called global competition? Worldwide. Worldwide. Certainly, you'd have studied in some articles. The developed countries' leaders openly they have started speaking about Indian students. They are advising their students, if they don't do well, who will occupy their jobs? Indian students will occupy their jobs because competition is global. Even in MNCs, go to some MNCs. Take a Hyundai car company. In Hyundai car company, most of the high positions, most of the high technological oriented jobs, they would have given to whom? Their own people. Their own people. The reason is, sometimes there may be a situation in India, they know that if the main technology is known to Indian, what will happen? We will start our own. Right? So what kind of competition is prevailing? Global competition. So in the global competition, if you want your children to compete, competency-based education is must. Any question? Next. I need not explain. What should be the purpose? Just read it. You will come to know what should be the... Measure students' learning rather than... It's a repeated point. Repeatedly, they are insisting. Possible. We are not conducting any medical. A special training will be there. Mostly it is going to make you lazy. So technology must be used. Next. Some maximum 5 questions. See that you should not take more time. And you are supposed to explain, you means department wise, what is the difference between the question what you are showing and a normal question. How you call it, the particular question as competency based question, where the competency is checked. We have, normally we have 3 types of questions, correct? We call it them as memory based, low order thinking based question, low order thinking based question, medium order thinking based question and higher order thinking based question. Most of these competency based questions will be of higher order thinking based questions only. Correct? How it is a higher order thinking based question? How it could be asked normally? Alright? And even I said science department, possible, change the question into IIT based question, like foundation based question. How? I think I should have spoken to teachers at least, if not everybody, some. You take +2, you take a physics book. For how many exams the same physics book is used for? Take +2 physics book, a set of teachers taking questions for the board examination. A set of teachers are taking questions for JEE mains. A set of teachers are taking questions from the same book for JEE advanced. Book is same. But what about the levels of questions? A child who has got 98 marks in physics or chemistry unable to get through mains because same book, he is thorough in the book. But what about the question? It is the ability of the teacher who set the question paper. It is practically. If it is mathematics, doesn't mean that it will be useful only for the math teachers. Mathematics question could be even very well understood by the CSS department also. You are supposed to you are going to check where the twist is there. How a normal question becomes competency based question. Shall we start?